episode 3. Made episode 4 before I made this one. Kind of lost track of the numbers, but so this is after episode 4, but I'm kind of like predating it a little bit based on the topic. So yeah, before we start off anything, thanks for tuning in. Second, if you don't smoke yet, don't pick up the habit. I say that in all of my videos, all of my live streams. Everything is a terrible habit to have. So if you don't have the habit already, don't start it. It's my tone of advice. So getting right into it. Video is titled Original Plan. Kind of gonna go over what the original plan for my life was, and kind of go down a whole little rabbit hole. It's currently around 3 in the morning, if I'm correct. Got off work a little early, no truck night, so doing a real late shift last night. Getting up early tonight was nice. So, but original plan. When I grew up, I always wanted to be a Marine. That was like my dream. Infantry. Wanted to fight. Grew up in a pretty, I'm not going to say, bad circumstance at all or by any means. But my dad thought the world was going to end in 2012. So my childhood was a lot different than children's childhoods. My dad taught me how to survive. So, at 6, 7 years old, when you're supposed to be watching cartoons and, doing whatever 6 and 7-year-old kids do, I was outside throwing hatchets at trees, playing with katanas, throwing knives, shooting bow and arrows, guns, etc. And that's what I enjoyed doing as a kid. So, yeah, my dad thought the world was going to end in 2012, so I grew up in pretty much just learning how to defend myself, how to in life, etc. And later on in life, during like my teenage years, I got in a lot of trouble with the police and got in the wrong crowd, per se, and did some things. Blessed God has had my back. I have somewhat of a clean record, other than all the speeding tickets I got. My insurance is out the ass. However, yeah, as a kid, I always wanted to be a Marine. That was like, it's my whole plan. So, 0311, wanted to go infantry. Nothing else. During high school, I took the ASVAB. Scored a 47. Not the highest in the world, but pretty decent. Found it funny because 47, I wanted to join the infantry, agent 47, But yeah, they were going through it. I sat back down with the recruiter. I was the kid that was 15 years old up at the desk, where they'd come and set up during like lunch periods or whatever. Trying to talk to the recruiter, doing the pull-ups and the push-ups, and like that was me. And anyways, I was finally able to. I went through multiple recruiters, but like I said, I got a 47 on the ASVAB. From there, I'm sitting down with the recruiter, and he's like, "Oh, well, you got this, 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 and this," and I'm like, "Bro, I've been working with you for a while, man. I just want to go infantry. I want to shoot shit." This is what I want to do. So, um, my plan with that, because then I went off the MEPS after that. But my original plan was do 4 years in the Marine Corps, meet the right connections. Um, what's going on, Vega? Join the Marine Corps 4 years, meet the right connections. Um, I believe they're called Atlas now. Blackwater. They renamed multiple times. I believe it's Atlas now. But while in the Marine Corps, during my 4 years, to meet some bright people, get into a military contracting situation. Appreciate it, Vega. Uh, yeah, so join the Marine Corps 4 years, meet the right people, get into a contract situation, military contracting. And with my military contracting, I wanted to, uh, I didn't want to do military contracting, just end up guarding a base. I wanted to be put in real hot spots because if you get in military contracting, uh, I'm I'm not a Marine, Vega. I haven't joined. Um, this video is predating pretty much what the original plan for life was, and kind of the journey um, to rich. So where I'm at now and going. So, anyways, uh, fuck, where was I? Sorry for the F word. I can't be saying that on YouTube, man. Making these videos, I'm hoping it helps me with my language and things, especially because I don't want my kids saying certain words, and even if she do, I will find it funny. So correct her, but find it funny. Anywho, um, $300,000 to $400,000 a year is what you can expect as a mercenary in a very hostile territory, and that's per year. However, the government doesn't claim you, so if something happens to you over there, you're kind of fucked. Well, you are fucked. That language, you gotta watch my language. I contracted for an agency, but I'm also done 14 years in the army. Nice, Brandon. I hope that's going well for you. I really do. Anywho, I wanted to fight. That's what I wanted to do. So I was going to do the Marine Corps for 4 years. I was going to go do the extracurricular training activities such as dive school. Um, I wanted to try to get my wings as well for jumps. Uh, I had a whole plan for it. I had it all planned out. Get into the contract and work 300,000 to $400,000 a year in a serious hostile environment. Wanted to do that for around 4 years. So 4 to 6 years. So let's just go with the 4 years because $300,000 a year, 4 years in the Marine Corps, 4 years in that. Maybe I would continue doing that as well. I don't know because none of it happened. But anywho, back to it. Yeah, I got it. I'll be losing my train of thought. Uh, I connected to the old YouTube buffering, screen with the little dots, and they'd go in the circle and they'd like load in the. Some of you know, some of you know, they had it for a long time. I'm 23. I'm 23. Do that. That's 8 years. I would have joined at 18. Yeah, I know, Brandon. I know. I know. But I'll get to it. I promise. Um, I could have joined at 18. I would have joined at 18. So 8 years. I'd be 26. And I'd be getting out with a whole lot of money from all that stacking through those years, not having to pay for anything. And I was gonna get out and I was gonna do SWAT. I was gonna kick doors for a living. I found out afterwards because technically, you could steal, but most to get on SWAT teams, you got to be like a police officer for 2 years or 3 years. And I find it'd be hypocritical for me to arrest somebody. I don't do those things no more, but I'm nah, I'm not for me. I always justified it with SWAT because if they call me, then you're doing something completely out of pocket. You're doing something seriously out of pocket. Like you brought this on yourself. Or B, if I arrest you and I'm the one that kicks the door to your house or serves whatever, they've been watching you or they done caught you 3 times over already, man. They're just sending me now to do it for whatever reason. So it ain't my fault. You get arrested. That's how I looked at it with SWAT. But I would have kicked doors for a living. And, you know, I, if I would have survived, I would have kicked doors for a living. Now I'm 23. Oh, no. Yeah, now I'm 23. I got a kid. So, um, and a wonderful wife. So if I couldn't join now. However, I went to MEPS. So we'll go back to that. That was the plan through everything. Now going back to MEPS. I do MEPS. I passed with flying colors. When I say a kid, this was always like my plan for the most part. It was my plan. As a kid, I wouldn't go to the doctor because I was like Marine Corps. They read through medical records, they look for anything. So so I'd never go to the doctor as a kid. Marine Corps is all I would say. Just say Marine Corps. And it was what it was. So I passed MEPS flying colors. Everything I passed, I did it. Everything. You stayed at the hotel the night prior. You stay at a hotel and they do some things there. And then in the morning, you go to MEPS. They take the bus. So I do everything. My recruiter's like, all right, in a week, I'm supposed to get my ship date in like a week. Right. The person up there, when I did the eye test, he was like, man, your vision's immaculate. So, um, blood test lady, same shit. So everything was flying colors. I called my recruiter in a week. I'm like, all right, man, I'm ready to go. I done partied my ass off this week, had some fun. I'm ready to go now. And he's like, I talked to him. It ain't done finished processing yet. I'm like, what? Anyways, I call him in another week, and same thing. He's like, I don't know, whatever. He's like, I'm going back up there today. Then I give him like 2 weeks, so it's been like a month, and I call him, or he calls me. Yeah, he calls me, and he's like, I'm talking to the director or whatever, like the person that does the paperwork or records or whatever, director or something. And he's like, I've been here for a few hours. trying to get this situated. He said, "There's no records of you ever being here at all." Infantry, 0311. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to be a grenadier. I wanted to thump shit. Wanted to thump shit. And yeah, so there was no records. There was no records at all of me ever being there. And he was like, we can put through the process and everything if we'd have to go through the whole process again. And I was in a I was in a very pretty good place, honestly. I was doing pretty well at the time. And I was like, you know what, man? I was like, man, the universe don't the universe telling me this ain't it right now. So, cause he was baffled, like it made no sense to him, cause they just lost my paperwork at MEPS. Out of all those steps I went through at MEPS, all the paperwork I filled out, everything I did, everything they did, like it's meticulous. There, they lost it, just disappeared. So I took that as a sign, and I came to the conclusion of what this whole series is really about. It's a journey now. I had life completely planned out. It didn't go to plan, and now I'm figuring everything out. I know what I want to do, but I have to get there. And getting there is a journey. It's a grind. It's it's quite frankly, it's not enjoyable, you know. But journey to rich. One day I'm gonna be on this platform making a video on my yacht boat. That's what I really want. I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna be illiterate when I get it, and I'm gonna call it a yacht. I swear. I'm gonna call it how it's spelled out. What it's called. I'm gonna call it a yacht, and I'm gonna be on this. And on my yacht, there's gonna be. It's so stupid. It's so dumb. DEP. What does that stand for? What's the acronym? Didn't examine properly. If I had to take a guess, but yeah, I created this as just another outlet, another something productive for me, and because I'm a men's clothier, and I finally have a job that I actually enjoy. I actually enjoy it. I enjoy dressing in the suits every day, the sports coats. Um, I have an Instagram too, the Gentleman's Circle, the Gentleman's underscore Circle as well. So y'all want to reach out there, give me a follow. This is more personal on the YouTube side, while that is more business focused, and I'm gonna build it up with stock talks. I love talking stocks and building that as well. It is a journey to rich. It's gonna be on multiple platforms, and it's gonna be the journey, man. And one day I'm gonna hop on this, and you guys are gonna see the growth too, and it'll give me something to look back on. And my kid too. My kids get older. Well, I only have one now, my daughter. No, they didn't delayed entry program me. No, because I had nothing to delay me. All the things, right? Yeah, I know. That's what my recruiter was saying. It was like I didn't exist, bro. It was like all the paperwork he did and everything he did and sent there and got me situated. Cause like all I needed to do was just go to MEPS and pass with flying colors, which is almost what everyone exactly. They had to. They lost it all. I didn't exist, bro. That's why my recruiter was baffled. He worked his way all the way up to the director or the person like the head honcho that keeps all the records. I disappeared in the system. And that's why I was like, man, you know what? Looking back now, being a religious man that I am, um, at some point maybe I'll go through all that, but God has blessed me, even though I was very wrong in times and wasn't even on His side. And I don't push it on nobody, so However, looking back, like I wanted to do that because I wanted to put, you know, I wanted to be infantry and I wanted to be put in combat zones. I wanted to fight, so you could see where my head was. So it's not a I mean, it's not healthy. Yeah, I was on SOD then because I was supposed to just ship right after MEPS. I stayed in the hotel the night prior and go to I was doing MEPS, and then after I did it, he was supposed to call me in like a few days to ship me out, set up the time to do it. But everything just oh right after MEPS, yeah. So then it must have been that. I don't know, man. I don't quite remember. Then you would have left right after. Yeah, yeah. Only thing I know, or the thing I do know, is fucking um was that I went there and then he met me. He came in the morning and told me that what he was gonna send um or he was gonna give me a call in a few days to give me my ship date or about the end of the week or a week. And because I never did the a little program they had there. I was fighting some charges during that time too. Not during the time I was supposed to be shipped, but I ended up getting something that like month after too when I made the decision to I'm gonna wait, beat it. Thankfully, yeah, yeah, yeah. You go right directly from yeah, yeah. So yeah, after I wasn't able to do that, I bounced around from everything. Did a lot of sales, insurance for like 4 years, and I'm a men's clothier now, and so sell suits, sport coats, dress wear. I got some casual wear too. It's a real nice experience, man. It's I enjoy my job for once. It's probably the first time work an overnight job. Don't enjoy that. Don't enjoy that at all. Gonna work up to an airsoft and paintball field. Move out to Vegas, and that's what this whole journey and parts and thing is. I'm gonna hop on this and be building the trenches on my airsoft field on something where other people seen the journey too. I can show my kids the journey; they can see it. Everybody can see it. I mean, I'm just saying what happened, bro, and I ain't got no reason to cap. Oh shit. Um, but yeah, we're gonna lose track of talk, man. I tell y'all too, man. I always start my stuff and say don't smoke, and I swear I did some things in the early years. I feel like really messed up my memory. Forget little things. It's a real worry for me. I check my mailbox 4 times a day when I'm 60. I laugh at it now, but it ain't funny, man. It ain't funny. I'm blessed to have a wonderful wife, and she remember everything. So it's crazy how things work out. So I'm sorry that happened to you, man. But appreciate your service. Appreciate what you did. But yeah, don't take no offense to it, man. Um, I'm just telling you my story. I'm not claiming to be a veteran. I'm not claiming to do any of that. I'm telling you what my experience was. Um, and I'm not even saying it like it matters. I'm just saying it to give a backstory on this whole journey. This is a series. So there's going to be a lot of controversial things that come up in my videos later on down the line, probably. Um, because my life story is not exactly conventional per se. And my views don't align with the current world's views, and I don't judge people for what they keep over there to themselves or what what people do. But You too, Brandon. Have a good night, man. Thanks for the conversation. But yeah, man. But life is growing up, man, is different, you know. I find it crazy that I know people don't really think about it, but that as you get older, you have so much advice you could give this some people that ask for it. Not many people ask for it, but I find myself asking older folks a lot. I ask a lot of people, people that are successful or people that I see are doing pretty well or they enjoy life or whatever the case. I'll ask them, like, any advice, man? And everybody gives you something, right? Or they'll just, most of the time it's generic, because you're just in a conversation, like you're not really in a conversation. Maybe you are, it's just a question and it's not sat on and thought about, you know. But if you could have a conversation with younger people, man, you couldn't even explain it to them. All the responsibilities, all the, like, you see it and you kind of know it, but it's really a process, man. Making it is a process. It's I mean, I got in the finance game at 18 so I could learn finance. I wanted to learn how money works. I've talked about this in a prior episode too. But you learn how money works, and it's a game. If you play the game, you win. It's hard to lose if you know how to play. You know the rules. And getting the money and building it and things, it's a capitalistic society. In other words, unless you own it, you're likely losing. Not saying you can't have a great career and you know, but more likely than not, for the majority, if you don't own it, you lose because it's capitalism. This is the journey to building it. I'll talk about my airsoft field on here a lot. Y'all are gonna hear about it a lot. Y'all are gonna see it come into play. I'll see it come into play later. Yeah. So I think that's gonna be. I do need to get some sleep. I think that's gonna be it, man. I had a good chat tonight, and the chat room was talking on the video for the people that's watching this later. Shout out my boy Brandon. You know, but if you're watching this during the day, if you're watching this at work or listening to it at work, I listen to things at work. That's why I started making these. Maybe other people, maybe they actually like my content. They listen to it, find it, that it kills time. So if they can find that it to do that, and it can help one person, I mess with it, waiting for me to drop another one. Uh, Knicks won the ring tonight. Congratulations, New York. I said they're not gonna have a city tomorrow. It's gonna be Nick State. uh, feel like it's good for basketball, man. But yeah, if you're watching this during the day, if you're watching it during the night, have a blessed one. We'll see y'all in the next one.